Hey guys, so I'm back with another video and it is a makeup tutorial on this beautiful fall makeup. I really like how it came out. It's got a pop of green, a nice orangey red crease, and a lash line with the little pop of gold in the inner corner, and the red lip and the glowy and everything is, you know, all that good stuff. So if you want to see how to get this look, just keep on watching. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Forgive me if the lighting is a little weird. I'm using natural lighting from my window and I'm hoping that it's gonna work out. So yeah, I'm gonna go in with primer first. I use this one, the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, on like my nose, my cheeks, my chin, and my forehead, and then I use this one on the like outer part of my face. I don't know why I do that, but that's what I do. So that's what we gonna do. I just kind of dot it on. So normally I would do my foundation and everything next, but because of the eye look we're doing, I need to use tape, and I don't want to do my foundation first because then the tape could take it off, and yeah. So basically, I'm going to take a piece of Scotch tape, put it on the back of my hand first, so it's not super sticky and all that, and then let me do this so you can see me. I'm just gonna line it up. Come on. This is a way bigger piece than I really needed, but oh well. Get my hair out of the way. Okay. So then we have that. You can't really, and that's gonna give us a nice crisp line for our shadow. And right here I'm just using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer in the shade Eden. And sometimes I use a brush for this, but I'm just gonna blend it in with my finger and then kind of tap it. So for today's look, I'm going to be using a couple different palettes, and I'll, you know, show you the colors and everything in case you don't have these exact palettes. You can find something very similar. So first, I'm using the Power of Makeup palette by Nikki Tutorials and Too Faced, and I'm taking this shade right here called Ivy, and I'm just going to use that to set my primer, to set my eyes. Then next I'm taking a Luxie 203 tapered blending brush, and I'm taking the shade Painkiller from the Nikki Tutorials palette, this one right here. It's just a really nice taupey kind of brown, and I'm using that as a transition shade in the crease. So next I'm going into the Morphe 35F palette. It looks like this. And I'm going to be taking a mixture between this shade right here and, where is it? This one right here. So this one and this one, I think. No, sorry. This one and this one. But basically a gold kind of copper shade is what we want. So whatever palettes you have that, that's perfectly fine. So this brush I'm going to use is from it came with the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette, but I'm just using the flat, like, packing side. My face looks so red. So yeah, we're going to put that on the lid. And then, I know we're jumping around, then I'm going into the Vice 3 palette, which is limited edition, I believe, so I don't think it's available anymore, but basically, I just want this beautiful green shade right here. And I'm taking a flat eyeshadow packing brush. This one's from Ulta. And I want to put that, make sure you top off the excess, right in the center of my lid. And this is a really pigmented shadow. This is a really pigmented shadow, so all I'm doing is kind of just patting the brush in it and then tapping off the excess, and that's all you gotta do. So this is what we have so far. And now I'm going back in with the same brush that I used with the gold, and I'm taking another shade from the 35F Morphe palette, and this time I'm going with this kind of more reddish copper color. And again, really pigmented. Where'd I put the, here it is. And I'm putting that over top of where the gold is. So on the inner and outer corner. Okay. And then I'm going in with a 231 small tapered blending brush from Luxie. It's exactly like the other crease brush I used, but just a little bit smaller. And now I'm taking from the 35F a matte orangey shade, and I'm putting that in the crease. Okay, so that's what we have so far on that eye, and I'm just going to do the other eye. So now we can go ahead and pull off the tape. You can see I have a really nice crisp line. And now we're going to go back in and just intensify the green. And then I'm going to take the lightest shade in the Morphe palette on that brush and going to kind of blend out the top edge and also give it a little highlight. Okay, so that's how it's gonna stay for now, and I'm gonna move on to the face. So first, for foundation, I'm going in with the Naked Skin foundation in the shade 0.5, and I'm just dotting that all over and then bouncing it in using a beauty blender. You guys know the drill. now I'm going in with the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation in the shade Blanc. And I feel like there's hair on my face, first of all. I'm telling you, my dog hair gets everywhere. Okay. And I'm taking that in places where I just need a little bit more coverage. And it's lighter, so I'm kind of gonna highlight with it also. I'm telling you, this foundation is absolutely beautiful, but it is so damn expensive. I'm using the Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Concealer in the shade Light. And to apply that, I'm using the Urban Decay Shadow Brush that I think this came with the first Naked palette. I'm using that to apply it, and then I'm going to blend it in with a Beauty Blender. I'm going to set my under eyes using my NARS translucent powder and a Beauty Blender. And I'll also set the parts of my face with this that I kind of want to brighten. So like my chin, my forehead, and underneath where my contour is going to be. And then everything else I'll set with my regular face powder. While that bakes, so to speak, I'm going to take my regular face powder, which is the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 100, and a Ollie and Olivia flat brush. I don't know, it doesn't have a name, it just says Ollie and Olivia, and I got it in a pack of brushes at TJ Maxx, ironically enough, but they're like really good brushes. So I'm going to take that and just pat powder to set the rest of my face. And once I'm done powdering my face, I'm going to use the same brush to brush away the excess translucent powder. So now I'm using the Chocolate Soleil bronzer from Too Faced to contour my cheekbones, my jawline, and, you know, just bronze up my face a little bit. There's no mirror in this palette. I'm about to like check close up with just a tiny bit. I'll kind of brush the sides of my nose and then like that. Or just a very light contour effect, and then again my powder brush just to soften it. And I'm going to take this beautiful orange blush and now before going back to before going back to my eyes, I'm gonna fill in my brows because I haven't done that yet. For my brows, I just fill them in with this shade right here from the Naked Basics palette. And then I set them with a clear brow gel, and lately I got a sample of it. So lately I've been using the Anastasia Beverly Hills clear brow gel, and it is amazing. So before we start to kind of smoke out the lash line, I'm going to do a wing. And I'm using the ColourPop Gel Liner Pot in the shade Swerve. And a angled liner brush from Crown Brush. And we're just going to pray. My apologies if I go out of frame. I'm going to try to do my best not to, but this is difficult. And with this brush, I'm just doing the line. I'm going to do the flick with a smaller brush. So that's what I have so far. And I'm going to use the angled brush that I use for my brows because it's much smaller. And now for the lower lash line, I'm gonna go back into that Morphe 35F palette from before and using this small, it's actually the other end of a Tarte liner brush, but it's just this tiny little smudgy thing. And first I'm gonna take that orange matte shade that we used in the crease, and I'm going to start at the outer corner and smudge that in. Then, with the packing brush that we used for the green, it is a very thin tip, so you're going to take the tiniest bit, like keep the brush vertical and just kind of dab it in to the green, tap off the excess, and smudge that in the middle of the lower lash line. Take that smudger brush from before, kind of wipe it off a bit, and go in with the gold shade that we initially put on the lid in the inner corner of the lash line. And now it's time for highlights. So I have this Ulta illuminating powder. It's called Yellow Diamond. It looks like this. And I'm using that with a deluxe fan brush from Crown Brush. Because that's just not enough, I'm taking this fluffy synthetic brush from Real Techniques and the Urban Decay illuminating shimmer, and this is a much more like subtle glittery kind of, so I'm just brushing that over the highlight and even on my cheeks a little bit. Okay. And I don't know why, but before I put on mascara, I like to do my setting spray. So that's what I'm gonna do. let that setting spray dry and just kind of soak into the skin. First, I'm going in with the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara in black. And then, as a second coat and for my bottom lashes, I'm using the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. And then for lips, I'm going in with the Kat Von D Studded Kiss lipstick in the shade Archangel, and it's a really pretty deep red. Hi, puppy. Hi, baby. Come here. You want to say hello? Come here. Hi. Do you like my makeup? Yeah? You're so cute. Little girl. Okay, and that is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what kind of tutorials you want to see from me in the future, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.